I have a fantastic recipe to share with you today, guys. And it's only 4 ingredients for the most delicious flourless chocolate cake, maybe ever. I'm melting together 8 ounces of chopped semi-sweet chocolate and 6 tablespoons of unsalted butter. You want to do this in a double boiler or in a heat-proof bowl set over a pan of simmering water. It's super rich, but it's also really light. You're gonna be pretty surprised at how light it actually is. To make it light, what you do is you separate your eggs. I have 6 large eggs and I'm gonna separate them, and then the egg whites get beaten. If it just so happens to be Passover, you can also serve this for your Passover meal because it's flourless. So it's really great for that, but you know what? It doesn't need to be Passover, and you don't need to be Jewish to love this cake. Stir your chocolate and butter mixture every once in a while, and make sure that the bottom of your bowl is not touching the water. You don't want the bowl to get too hot. The reason that you melt things in a double boiler to begin with is so that it's a nice, gentle heat. It's also why the microwave is so great for melting chocolate, because you can just do it really slowly in increments. Just so take your chocolate off right before it's completely melted. Like I said, you're gonna beat your egg whites, so put them into a mixer. Beat them until they're sort of becoming soft peaks, then you're gonna add a ½ cup of sugar. While you're waiting for the soft peaks to appear, you can stir your egg yolks into the cooled chocolate mixture. And even though the recipe doesn't call for it, I am adding a nice pinch of coarse salt. So it's 5 ingredients. No biggie. And the egg whites are getting really thick and foamy. You'll gradually add a ½ cup of granulated sugar to the mixer with it going, so that it has time to dissolve into the egg whites before you add more, so it doesn't get weighed down and inhibit the fluffing action of the whisking. Sometimes if you add all the sugar at once, it just completely deflates, and then there's no coming back from that. You want to continue beating it until it holds sort of stiff-ish peaks. It doesn't have to be super duper stiff. It shouldn't be standing completely straight up. If it falls just over a little bit, that's okay. See? Then what you want to do is fold your egg whites into your chocolate mixture. But first, start by lightening your chocolate mixture by stirring in about a quarter of the egg white. That lightens the mixture and makes it nice and fluffy. When your chocolate mixture is lightened with the 1/4 of the egg whites, then you can fold the remaining egg whites in. I love making meringue. It's like magic, right? It's like the classic science of cooking. It makes me so happy. Look how beautiful my meringue turned out. Fold in, cut down through the center, and then up around the sides of the bowl to gently incorporate the egg whites into the heavier chocolate mixture. There'll be a few streaks left when it's fully combined, but you don't want to over fold, otherwise the egg whites deflate, and that's what gives your cake lift and structure. I have a 9 by 3 inch springform pan that's been buttered, and I'm gonna bake my cake in here at 275 degrees. It's a nice low temperature. It smells really chocolatey in here. A lot of flourless chocolate cakes can be kind of dense, which is really great, but this one is really light. So if you're looking for a super light and delicious cake, this is the cake for you. Bake at 275 degrees until the cake pulls away a little bit from the sides of the pan. It should take about 45 or 50 minutes. Let it cool completely in the pan, and then if you want to, feel like there's areas where it hasn't released from the edge, you can run a knife around the edges, and then just release it from the pan. Springforms are great that way. It cracked just a little bit on top, but that's okay. You should expect that. And luckily, you're gonna dust the top with confectioner sugar. Ta-da! If you're serving this for Passover, make sure you're using kosher for Passover confectioner sugar. You don't have to dust, but it does cover up imperfections. Not that they change the way that it tastes. It's still gonna be delicious. Let's give it a try, shall we? Sort of a crackly crust on top and then moist on the inside. Yeah? What do you think? It's moist, it's light, it's rich and chocolatey, but like lighter than air, so you can have at least 3 slices. It's It's so good, you guys. You really have to make it. And it's only 4 ingredients plus my 1 extra ingredient. 5 ingredients. Guess what? I have some super exciting news. You see this lady standing right next to me, cutting her dark leafy greens? That's Shira Bokar. She's going to be doing a great new series right here on this channel called, tell them what it's called?
Eat Clean.
Eat Clean. It's going to be amazing recipes, super healthy, exploring, kind of new foods like dark leafy greens, like teeny tiny fish, like probiotics, all the kind of stuff that maybe I don't really touch on. She's going to be doing on her series. It's going to be airing Mondays and Thursdays right here on this channel, so make sure to subscribe for my videos and her videos. Shira Bokar.